Today, we're going to take a look at writing a thesis statement. First, what is a thesis statement and why does it matter? A thesis statement is the author's claim on a subject that is up for debate. By being up for debate, this means that there is no right or wrong answer. A thesis statement requires you to prove to your reader that you are correct. You can do this by citing evidence and providing explanation and reasoning. A thesis statement is also very specific. If you have a specific thesis statement, it will be easier for you to stay focused, use relevant information, and prove your claim. A thesis statement includes both the claim and counterclaim. This way, the reader sees both sides of the topic before they even read your writing. A thesis statement is the last sentence of the first paragraph. This way, the reader knows exactly what they'll be reading in your essay. Also, they'll know exactly where to look. So, for example, one debatable topic is, should college athletes be paid? There's reasons for and against it. So, as we read, we might use this as an example. What are the pros, cons, and how do we formulate a thesis statement? How does a thesis statement work? Think of your thesis statement as a contract between you and your reader. This means that what you write in this sentence will be the only ideas discussed in your essay. Overall, it is the stance or position of your paper. Your thesis statement will answer three questions: what, how, and why. It will answer, what is your claim? How does your evidence prove your claim? And also answer, why is this important? So, remember your thesis will be the last sentence of the first paragraph. Over here, this is what our first paragraph looks like. Remember your introduction has a few purposes. You need to grab the reader's attention in your first sentence. Then you need to explain the topic in a few sentences. This means your thesis statement is your moment to tell the reader what the debatable topic you'll be writing about is, your stance on that topic, as well as preview the two pieces of textual evidence for your claim, as well as the one piece of textual evidence you will use for your counterclaim. This helps you set up a successful essay, because the reader will understand not only the topic you're writing about, but your claim or your stance as well. So, this is the format for a thesis statement. We have our essay topic and our claim, two pieces of textual evidence, a transition word, and a piece of evidence for a counterclaim. Notice that if you follow this format, you'll be able to cover all the information that you'll need for your essay. It shows the debatable topic and your side, which is your claim, tells the reader your main ideas in your pieces of evidence for your body paragraphs, shows the reader your counterclaim, and it also shows us where we can use our transition word. We want to use our transition word because it makes it clear that the counterclaim evidence is not what we believe and is on the other side. We could use although, despite the fact, even though, and more. So, here's an example. After I read the text over here, if I believe college athletes should be paid, I found a piece of evidence right here and right here. My counterclaim, I have evidence right there. So, the colors up here correlate down here. So, the essay topic in our claim, college athletes should be paid because. Next, we're going to have our pieces of textual evidence in green. Student athletes should be rewarded for putting themselves at risk, and they need to learn financial responsibility. So that's piece number 1, and this is piece number 2. Next, our transition word, despite the fact, then our counterclaim evidence finishes the sentence over here. So, college athletes should be paid because student athletes should be rewarded for putting themselves at risk and they need to learn financial responsibility, despite the fact that they receive scholarships to go to schools that cost thousands of dollars. So, because I have my textual evidence, I know that my body paragraphs will focus on students being rewarded for putting themselves at risk, for students learning financial responsibility. Then, my refutation or counterclaim paragraph is focusing on how they receive thousands of dollars through their education. So, this is our thesis checklist. So, once again, college athletes should be paid because student athletes should be rewarded for putting themselves at risk, and they need to learn financial responsibility, despite the fact that they receive scholarships to go to schools that cost thousands of dollars. Our claim and topics right here. Our stance is very specific. 2 pieces of textual evidence for our claim we found right here. Our transition word is found over here, and our piece of information on our counterclaim is right here at the bottom. Overall, we need to remember that using our thesis statement, it helps guide our reader to success. It's about a subject that's up for debate. It requires the reader to see your stance and you to prove it. It's specific to your claim and counterclaim, and it's the last sentence of the first paragraph. Overall, it's your contract with the reader. You want to make sure that they know what you're writing about and why. More importantly, it's up to you to prove it.